Hey, what up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today, January 11th, 2016. I'm just pulling up to work. I was basically just checking my Twitter account one last time. WWE has tweeted out the fact that today, live, they haven't said how they're going to make this announcement, but basically at 1 o'clock today, they are going to make the announcement before Monday Night Raw of who is going to be the first inducted into the 2016 WWE Wrestlemania Hall of Fame. This is a big deal. Hall of Fame tickets have their pre-sale this week. I believe it's on Wednesday. It might be on Thursday. But you got to have that first name announced to sort of push those ticket sales going into the Hall of Fame. I remember, we got the early announcement that Shawn Michaels was going to be going into the Hall of Fame for WrestleMania 27. The announcement that Edge would be going into the Hall of Fame at WrestleMania 28. Last year they did the Macho Man, even though he wasn't the so-called headliner because they didn't want to put him on last. But I know that ESPN is live with SportsCenter at 1 o'clock. I would not be surprised if, for this big announcement, if WWE has a live announcement on SportsCenter. Maybe, hell, they'll even use the network. I don't know many people that'll fire it up to see a live announcement since it hasn't been really publicized. But I mean, if they would have put some marketing into it and they would have told us on Raw, they would have told us on SmackDown to tune in live to the WWE Network for breaking news at 1 o'clock. I mean, this could have been something that really kicked it into high gear. I know that a lot of people aren't sitting there live streaming the network 24/7, but it's just little small things like this that you would get people fired up to get home and see the network, and then fire it up and watch it on the on-demand section of watching the breaking news, even if you might know that who it might be. Definitely, there's not a lot of names that headline this year's class. I was really hoping for somebody like The Rock or The Undertaker. Maybe Taker isn't going to be wrestling. Maybe he is going to be the headliner of the guy that goes into this year's class. But we'll have to see. He is the guy that, he's one of the few guys that would make me really want to go to the Hall of Fame this year. I would love to go to that WrestleCon Superfest show. I want to see that. That was probably one of the funnest shows that we went to all last year. But a guy like Taker going to the Hall of Fame might make me swing my vote to say that I want to go to the Hall of Fame, because I want to see people like Rock, Taker, Vince, Triple H, those guys going into the Hall of Fame, even if Vince and Triple H, because of their spot of power, even if they never go into the Hall of Fame until, way later down the road, maybe Vince after the day that, he passes away, they put him in the next year. Those are the ones I want to see. Anybody else, I mean, at this point, like Psycho Sid would probably be like a Hall of Famer. They're running out of guys. I mean, that's just the God's honest truth about how to do it. But I haven't really heard anybody else's name thrown out there. So as of right now, if I'm a betting man, I put my money on The Undertaker to be going into the Hall of Fame.